recording? Perfect. Right, now you can make me a host. Right, thank you very much. Is it recording?
Sir.
Recording to your server, right?
Yes, sir.
Cloud. Okay, because it is showing here for me. Okay, if it is recording in my office laptop, I'll delete. I'll tell you very frankly, Siva. Okay.
Okay.
No, do one thing now. You stay back as a host. As a host, you stay back. Okay, and you record it. Okay, I'm just
Yeah,
stop
it's
the recording.
recording, sir. Already it's recording. You can start the session.
Okay, fine. No issues. Okay, so good morning, everyone. What happened? Sleeping mode?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Fine. So let's start the session. So I'll just give a quick recap, like what we have discussed in yesterday's session. So we discussed about variable. So a variable is a container which holds the value while our program gets executed. The important statement you have to remember is that a variable is always declared with the data type. Now, what is data type? Yes, in coming session, I'm going to explain you that. Okay, right. In other words, a variable is a name given to the memory location where the data is stored, where actually the data is stored. In Java, we have three different types of variables. We have instance variable, we have static variable, and we have local variable. Now, yesterday I have discussed about instance variable. What is instance variable? Can somebody please tell me what is instance variable?
Whenever we don't want to share the data.
No, give me the exact definition, technical definition, which I have given to you.
A variable which inside a class, outside a method body. This is called instance variables because it is value instance specific and will not be shared among other instances of the class.
Right. So that is what instance variable. So I have given you a real-time example of instance variable. Like definitely account number is one of the confidential data which should not be shared with other customer of the bank. Similarly, your account balance. So all these variables you have to declare as an instance variable so that the customer of the same bank should not see that data. That data will be specific to each customer. Now, as a developer, yes, you might get a question. Can you tell me something more about instance variable? What are the features of instance variable? What are the important points about instance variable? Okay, right. Take heading as important points about instance variable. Important points about instance variable. Right. Important points, important, and I'm going to explain you each and every point programmatically. Need not to worry about that one, okay? Important points of instance variable. Right. Point number one. As you know, instance variables are declared. Instance variables are declared. Instance variables are declared. Instance variables are declared inside the class. Instance variables are declared inside the class, but outside the method body, comma, constructor. Inside the class, but outside the method body, comma, constructor. That's point number one. Point number two. Instance variables are created. I'm going to prove each and every point programmatically. Need not to worry about that one. Instance variables are created. Instance variables are created. Instance variables are created when an object when an object of the class is created, instance variables are created when an object of the class is created, bracket, using new keyword operator. You can have many terminology, okay? Using new keyword, bracket, using new keyword. I have told you there are 5 ways to create the objects in Java. What are those 5 ways? I'll going to explain you in coming session when I talk about object in Java, okay? Instance variables are created when an object of the class is created, bracket, using new keyword, bracket close, using new keyword, bracket close, and destroyed when the object is destroyed. Now, to understand the object destroyed, you have to know about the JVM architecture, which I'll going to explain you in my coming session. Need not to worry about that one. There is something called garbage collector. So whatever the unused objects will be there, it will be automatically removed by the garbage collector. Need not to worry. I cannot teach you everything in a day or two. It's a lengthy process. It's a step-by-step process. Everything I'm going to teach you in my coming session. And created and destroyed when the object is destroyed. And destroyed when the object is destroyed. That's point number 2. Point number 3. Point number 3. Point number 3. Pay special attention to the statement. We may use. I am not telling we must use. We may use. We may use. We may use. I'm not telling we must. I'm telling we may. That means it's up to you. Whether if you want, you can use. If you want, you can leave without using the access specifier. We may use access specifiers. We may use access specifiers. We may use access specifiers, bracket, private. Each and everything I'm going to teach you with respect to real time. Don't worry. Private, public, protected, and default. So these are the 4 access specifiers we have in Java. When to use, why to use, how to use, where to use. All this access specifier based on your requirement, I'm going to teach you with respect to real time. Don't worry about that one. We may use access specifiers, bracket, private, public, protected, and default. Bracket close. We may use access specifiers, bracket, private, public, protected, and default. Bracket close. For instance variables. For instance variables. For instance variables. Full stop. Full stop. If we do not specify any access specifier, if we do not specify any access specifier, if we do not specify any access specifier, comma, then the default access specifier will be used. Then the default access specifier will be used. Then the default access specifier will be used. That's point number 3. I'll prove it programmatically. Don't worry about that one. Then the default access specifier will be used. Point number 4. Point number 4. Initialization of an instance variable. Initialization of instance variable is not mandatory. pay special attention to all these statements. Initialization of an instance variable is not mandatory. Full stop. If we do not initialize the instance variables, if we do not initialize instance variables, if we do not initialize instance variable, if we do not initialize instance variables, comma, then the default value, then the default value will be assigned to that variable, then the default value will be assigned to that variable, then the default value will be assigned to that variable based on the data type of that variable, based on the data type of that variable. Then the default value will be assigned to that variable based on the data type of that variable, based on the data type of that variable. For example, for int, the default value is 0. I hope you can see my screen, correct? Can you see my screen? Right.
Sir.
Right. For example, for int, the default value is 0. For string, default value is null. For double, default value is 0.0. Now there are 8 primitive data types. Don't worry. What are those 8 data types? Primitive data types. I'll go and explain you in my data type topic. Now I'm focused on to discuss about variables only, etc. So for float we have 0. Okay. For int, for boolean we have false. So there are different default values we have for different primitive data types. Okay. Right. That's point number 4. I'm going to prove each and every point programmatically. Point number 5. Instance variables can be accessed. Instance variables can be accessed only by creating the object. Instance variables can be accessed only by creating objects. Instance variables can be accessed only by creating objects. Instance variables can be accessed only by creating objects of the class where they are declared, Instance variables can be accessed only by creating objects of the class where they are declared. Full stop. Only by creating objects of the class where they are declared. Full stop. By using setter and getter methods, 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 we can initialize by using setter and getter methods. We can initialize the object slash variable values by using setter method, setter and getter method. We can initialize the value. We can initialize the values for an object slash or of variable. We can initialize the values for an object slash or of a variable and can access the value using getter methods and can access the value using getter methods and can access the value using getter methods. Next point. Every object will have its own copy. Every object will have its own copy of instance variables. Every object will have its own copy of instance variables. Every object will have its own copy of instance variables. Every object will have its own copy of instance variables, comma. Hence, changes made to these variables. Hence, changes made to these variables. Hence, changes made to these variables. Hence, changes made to these variables through one object, will not reflect slash effect in another object. Will not reflect slash effect in another object. Right. Taken everyone? Each and every point?
Yes, sir.
Don't waste my time. Okay? Don't waste my time. You have to be on your toes, okay? While responding to my question. Everyone taken?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Now, I have to prove this point, right? As a developer, you should know all these things, okay? Right. Now, read for me what is the first point? Fast.
Instance variables are declared inside the class but outside the method body, constructor.
Right. Now, if you see here, I have a class called saving account. Now, in this class, I have declared these variables: account number, holder name, branch, city, IFSC code, balance. Now, if you see very closely, these variables I have declared inside this class, but outside these setter and getter methods. What is constructor? Yes, I'm going to discuss when I talk about constructor topic. So what is instance variable? A variable which is declared inside the class but outside the method body or constructor is called as instance variable. That is point number 1. Am I clear with point number 1? Am I
Yes.
clear with point number
Yes.
1? Right. Now,
Yes.
what is point number 2?
Instance variables are created when an object of the class is created and destroyed when the object is destroyed.
Very good, Likita. Very good. Right. Now, if you see here at line number 9, line number 10, line number 11, I am creating the object using new keyword, correct? Right, everyone? Yes. So I'm creating the object at line number 9, line number 10, line number 11 using new keyword. Everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Right. Now, what the second point is telling? Instance variables are created at the time of object creation using new keyword. There are 5 ways to create the objects in Java. One is new keyword. Second one, new instance method of class. Third, new instance method of constructor class. Fourth, using clone method of object class, and serialization and deserialization. So these are the 5 ways to create the objects in Java, which I'm going to explain you in my object topic. Now, if you see here, I am putting a debug point. Double click here, double click here, double click here. As a Java developer, you should know how to debug your application. So double click, double click, double click. Double click, double click, double click, double click, double click, double click. Now, right click, debug as Java application. Switch. Right. Tell me, where is the cursor? Where is my cursor? On which line number the cursor is?
9th line.
Ninth line. On line number 9, what I am doing?
Creating a new keyword.
Creating object of instance.
Right. Creating an object. Now, the point number 2 says instance variables are created at the time of object creation. Now see here, I'll click on this green button and see the account 1 object inspection. See here, account 1, account balance, account branch, account city, account holder name, account number, IFSC code. Created for account 1 object, instance variable when the object is created. Right, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So when, again, go to line number 10, click on this green button and see the account 2. See, for account 2 also, the instance variables are created. Account balance, account branch, account city, account holder name, account number, IFSC code. Again, click on this green button. It will jump to the next breakpoint. See here. So again, for account 3 object also, the instance variables are created. Account balance, account branch, account city, account holder name, account number, IFSC code. So when the instance variables are created, whenever you are creating the object of the class, then the instance variables are created and destroyed once the object is destroyed. To understand that, you should know the JVM architecture, which I'm going to teach you in my coming session. Now, for instance, whenever there is no object in use, automatically the JVM will call the garbage collector and all the unused objects will be destroyed. That means once the object is destroyed, the instance variables will also get destroyed. Am I clear with point number 2? When it is created and when it is destroyed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone understood or not understood?
Yes, sir.
Is there?
Very good. Right. So that is the point number 2. Read point number 3.
we may use access specifiers for instance variable. If we do not specify any access specifiers, then the default access specifiers will be used.
Perfect. Now, as per the syntax of declaration of the variable, what is the syntax? Access specifier, data type, and variable name. So this is the syntax to declare a variable. Now, in this case, at line number 8, what is my access specifier? Private, correct? Right?
Yes.
What is the data type? Long. What is the variable name? SA underscore account underscore number. This is my variable name. Now see very carefully. I gave you the point like we may. I did not say we must. There is a difference between we may and we must. We must means compulsory. We may means it's up to you whether you want to use it. Use it. If you don't want to use it, leave it. Okay. Now, did I give any access specifier here? Did I declare any access specifier for instance variable?
No,
No.
sir.
Okay. Are you getting any compilation error?
No, sir.
Are you getting any warning message?
No, sir.
Are you getting any warning message?
No.
No.
No. That means it is not mandatory to use or to declare an access specifier for the instance variable. Let me run this program. It should get executed without any compilation error. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Right? What does that mean? That means we may or we may not use the access specifier to declare the instance variable. Now, if we do not use any access specifier, then the Java compiler will append default access specifier by default. So if you are not giving any access specifier, then the default access specifier will be appended to that variable. Am I clear with point number 3?
Yes, sir.
Good. Right. What is point number 4?
Initialization of an instance variable not mandatory. If we do not initialize instance variable, then the default value will be assigned to that variable based on the data type of the variable.
Very good. Very good. Now, listen to me carefully. Account number. What is the data type?
Long.
Long. Account holder name. What is the data type?
Strings.
For account balance, what is the data type?
Double.
Double.
Right. Now see here. Listen to me carefully and see the screen.
Yes, sir.
From line number 15 to line number 34, I am initializing the object account 1, account 2, account 3 with all these variables values, correct?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
I am giving the data. Am I giving the data now?
No, sir.
Am I initializing the object with the value for those variables?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I'm not giving any values, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
run this program.
Compilation error.
Compilation error. Read the notes here. Don't jump for the conclusion, okay? I have already given you the notes that it is not mandatory to initialize the instance variable. If you do not initialize the instance variable, then the default value will be assigned to that variable based on the data type, okay? Now, for instance, what I have told you, for int, it is 0. For string, it is null. For double, it is 0.0. Now see here, account number, long data type. What is the default value? 0.
Zero.
Account holder name, string data type. What is the default value? Null.
Null.
Account balance, double. What is the default value? 0.0. That means it is not mandatory to initialize the instance variable. If we are not initializing the instance variables, then the default values will be assigned based on the data type. Am I clear with point number 3 or 4, whatever it is? Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Read next point.
Instance
Read next
variable.
point.
Instance variable can be accessed only by creating objects of the class where they are declared. By using setter and getter methods, we can initialize the value for an object or variable. I can access the value using getter methods.
I not yet. We can access the value using getter method. Okay. Now, if you see here, I'm double clicking on to make you understand. Okay. Now, if you see here, at line number 9, line number 10, line number 11, I'm creating the object. Correct? Right, everyone?
Yes.
Right. Now see what I'm doing. You are getting compilation error. Right? Correct, everyone? Red line, you are getting compilation error.
Yes, sir.
I am trying to get the setters method to initialize the account number. I am getting setter method. I'm using setter method to initialize the account holder name. I'm using setter method to initialize the branch name. But the problem is I have not created the object. So that's the reason I'm getting the compilation error. So what is the point? We can access the instance variable only by creating the object of that class where they are declared. Am I clear, everyone? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now see here, if I control Z, compilation error gone. That means we can access the instance variable only by creating the objects of that class where they are declared. Am I clear with this point? Am I clear with this point?
Yes.
Clear, everyone? Perfect. Read for me. What is the next point?
Every object will have its own copy of instance variables. Hence, changes made to its variables through one object will not reflect or affect in another object.
Perfect. Now see here what I'm doing. Account one object, I'm changing the value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. RAI CHR, Raichur branch. RAI CHR, Raichur city. HDFC 0000 something. Okay. And let's say 42,000. I have changed the value of account one object, correct? Right? Right or wrong?
Sir, right. Sir,
Right. I have changed the value of account one object. Now see the output. Run as Java application. I have changed the account one object, but it is not affecting or reflecting for other objects, correct? Right?
Yes.
Only account one object is got reflected because I have changed the value for account one object. That's the reason I have given you the point that if you change any value for one object, it will not going to reflect or it will not going to affect the other objects of the class. Am I clear with this point? Am I clear with this point?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Perfect. Do you have any other points? Or done?
No,
Done.
sir.
Done? So everyone understood programmatically, real time, how I have explained you each and every point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Good. Now, let's talk about the static variable. So right click, new folder, static variable. Right. First take the notes, then I'll give you real-time example. Okay. Right. So static variable. So second one is static variable. A variable, a variable, a variable, a variable which is declared with a static keyword. I have stopped sharing the screen, don't worry. A variable which is declared with a static keyword is called as static variable. A variable which is declared with a static keyword is called as static variable. Full stop. The copy of a static variable, or no, don't take like this. Only a single copy, only a single copy, only a single copy of static variable is created. Only a single copy of a static variable is created and will be shared with all the objects bracket instance and will be shared with all the objects bracket instance bracket close of the class only a single copy of the static variable is created and will be shared with all the objects bracket instance bracket close of the class. Taken everyone? Taken everyone? The notes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, when to use, how to use, where to use, why to use static variable. First, read for me what is static variable.
A
Or if you're not-
variable which is declared.
Go ahead.
A variable which is declared with a static keyword is called as static variable. Only a single copy of static variable is created and will be shared with all the objects instance of the class.
Very good. Now, which net banking application it is?
HDFC.
HDFC. Now, am I the only customer of HDFC Bank?
No, sir.
No, there are hundreds of thousands of customers of HDFC Bank. Listen to me carefully. When, how, where, why. Okay, we should use static variable. Continue. Right. So I have entered my username and password and I am logging. Now I'm logging into my HDFC net banking application. Okay. Now, I was successfully logged into HDFC net banking, right? Okay. Am I the only customer of HDFC Bank?
No, sir.
Am I the only customer? No. There are hundreds of thousands of customer of HDFC Bank. Now, if you see here, even if 1,000 customers log in, they will see the same bank name, correct?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Even if 1,000 customers log into HDFC Bank, they will see the same bank name. They will not see other bank name, correct? Right?
Yes.
Whereas the account number, the balance, everything will be specific to each customer, correct? Right?
Yes, sir.
So account number, account balance, everything should be a instance variable. But when it comes to bank name should be same for all the customers. Even if you are having 100 customer, all those 100 customers should see HDFC Bank. Even if you're having 10,000 customers, all the 10,000 customers should see the same bank name, HDFC Bank. Now, what I have told you about static variable, only a single copy of that variable is created and will be shared with all the objects of that class, correct? Right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
These are the free sessions, right? That's the reason I'm not getting, right? If you pay the fees, then you will come to know, right? This is a free session, right? So whether you are interested or not, simply you're sitting, right? And I'm putting all the effort to teach you real time. No, are you really interested or not? I'm asking you simple, just if you are not interested, from tomorrow I'll not take the session. For me, I'm not bound to take the sessions, okay? If you are really interested, then respond. If not, leave it. Right. Now, irrespective of the number of customers, all the customer will see the same bank name, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Right. But the account number, account balance, these are specific to each customer. This is very specific to each customer. So all these variables you should be creating as a instance variable. But when it comes to bank name, since the value should be shared with all the customer of the bank, then you should declare that variable as a static variable. Am I clear, everyone? Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's go for the program. Okay. Static variable. So right click, new class. Current account. Finish it off. Right. First, declare the instance variable. Declare instance variable. Now, syntx, syntax to declare variable. Declare variable. So what is the syntax? Access specifier, data type, and variable name. Now let's declare private long current account number, private string current account holder name, private string current account branch name, private string current account city, private string current account IFSC code, private double current account balance. What are all these variables? Instance variable. Now generate setters and getters method to set the value and to get the value. Okay. Generate setters and getters method, select all and generate. Done. Now let me just comment it so that you can understand. Okay. So setter methods are used to set the values for an object / or of variable, and getter methods are used to get the values from an object / or of variable. Now I have declared the instance variable. Now I'll comment it so that you can understand. Declare static variable. Now public static string bank underscore name equals to HDFC Bank. Now, what is my variable name? Bank name. What is my data type? String. What is the keyword I have used? Static. So can I say bank name as a static variable? Because this variable I am declaring with the static keyword. Can I say that as per the notes? Right. A variable which is declared with a static keyword is called as static variable. Now I have declared the bank name as a static variable. Now every customer should have the same bank name, correct? Right?
Yes, sir.
Whereas every customer should have their own specific account number, correct? Because these are all instance variable, correct? Right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Right. Now, go for it. So, right click, new class, current account details. Public static void main. Don't worry, what is this public static void main? I'll go to explain you in my method topics. Don't worry. Now, create the instance, create the object of class. Create the object of class current account. Syntax to create the object. Now, what is syntax? Class name, object name equals to new class name. Now, in which class I have declared the instance variable and static variable? What is the class name? What is the class name where I have declared the instance variable and current account?
Details.
Current account na yaar, details why? I have declared here, right? Right. Now, go for it. Current account 1 equals to new current account. Current account 2 equals to new current account. Current account 3 equals to new current account. How many objects I have created? 3 objects. Now, call the setter methods to set the value of an object slash r of variable. Now, how to call? Object name dot setter method name. Right. So account 1 dot set account number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 L. I am hard coding the value because this is core Java. Once I start working on Hibernate, all the values will be stored in the database and all the value will going to get from the database. Okay. Account holder name. So let me just check the names. So Apurva, Ayub, Ajit. Right. Apurva. Apurva. I'm sorry if my spelling are wrong. Okay. Account 1 dot set branch name. Where is the branch name? Branch name. So HYDRA BAD Hyderabad branch. Account 1 dot set city. So HYDRA BAD Hyderabad city. Account 1 dot set IFSC code. Mute your mic. HDFC 0000123. Account 1 dot set balance. Where is the balance? Account balance. Right. Let's say 45,000. Mute your mic. Don't see this video will go on YouTube. I don't want to use wrong words and I don't care even if 1 million people sees that video. Okay. Don't irritate me or don't piss me off to use wrong words. If you have any questions, unmute your mic, ask the question, go on mute. So that you will not be disturbing the other classes and you'll be not disturbing my session. Okay, right. Now, so I've set the value for account 1, account 2 dot set, account number 9876543321L, account 2 dot set, account holder name Ayub. I'm just giving some dummy value. Okay, don't take it personally. Account branch name. Okay, so Pune branch, account 2 dot set city, so Pune city, account 2 dot set IFSC code, HDFC 0000 something, and account 2 dot set account balance something 56,000.0D, control S. Now I have set the value for account. Now again go for account 3. Now account 3, copy this, account 3, account 3, account 3, account 3, account 3. Change the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, L. Achit, Mumbai, Mumbai, some value, and let's say 82,000. Control S. So I've set the value for account 1, account 2, account 3 object for these variables, correct? Right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, call the getter methods to get the value. So call the getter methods to get the values from an object slash or of variable. So how to get it? Object name dot getter method name. Object name dot getter method name. Right. Now SYSO account 1 details. Right. SYSO account number plus account 1 dot get account number. SYSO account holder name plus account 1 dot get account holder name. SYSO branch name plus account 1 dot get branch name. SYSO city name plus account 1 dot get city name. Then I have IFSC code plus account 1 dot get IFSC code. Then I have account balance. So plus account 1 dot get account balance. Now these are the values for account 1 customer. Now go for account 2 customer. So go for it. Account 2 details. Go for it. So SYSO account number plus account 2 dot get account number, account holder name plus account 2 dot get account 2 dot get account holder name. SYSO. Then I have branch name plus account 2 dot get branch name. Then I have city name plus account 2 dot get city name. Then I have IFSC code plus account 2 dot get IFSC code. Then I have account balance. So plus account 2 dot get account balance. Right. Now this is the account 2 customer details. Now copy this, Control C, Control V. Now go for change account 2 to account 3. Change the object name reference account from account 2 to account 3. Paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it, and paste it. First, run the program. Right click, run as Java application. Now, account 1 is of Apurva. What is the value? What is account number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Account 2 is of Ayub. What is the account number? 98765431. Account 3 is of Ajit. What is the account number? 564009654. These are all specific to each customer because these are all instance variable, correct? Right?
Yes.
But as per the static variable definition, a variable which is declared with a static keyword is called as static variable. Only a single copy of that variable is created and will be shared with all the objects, all the instance of the class. Right, everyone? Right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Correct? Okay. Now, tell me how many objects I have created for this current account class?
3 objects.
3 objects. Now, see here what I am doing. See here, SYSO bank name plus account 1 dot bank name. Now, you have to have the important points about static variable. Don't worry, I'll give it and I'll explain. Okay. Bank name. Account 2 dot bank name. Now go for it. SYSO bank name. Account 3 dot bank name. Control S. Now see, right click, run as Java application. See here, account 1 customer is having the same bank name, HDFC Bank. Account 2 customer is also having the same bank name, HDFC Bank. Account 3 customer is also having the same bank name, which is HDFC Bank. Why it is? Why all the customers having the same bank?
Static variable user.
We have declared the bank name variable as a static variable. So that's the reason you are getting for all the objects, only a single copy is created and the value is shared with all the objects of the class. So remember one thing, whenever you want to share the value to all the objects of that class, that time you have to declare that variable as a static variable. Am I clear, everyone? Am I clear with static variable? With real-time example?
Yes, sir.
But yes, I'm going to give the important points. If you see here, at line number 45, at line number 54, at line number 63, you are getting some compilation error, correct? I mean, sorry, you are getting some warning message, correct? Right?
Yes.
The reason why you are getting is that I have to give the important points. I'll give it, don't worry. This is a static variable. See the difference between a experienced candidate, fresher and fake experience, okay? The team lead will come to know within a minute after seeing your code. He will think that, okay, you have declared a bank name as a static variable. Then he will think, this guy, why is calling this static variable with the class, with the object name? It should be called with the class name. See here? That warning message gone? Line number 45?
Yes, sir.
See, again at line number 54, you're calling with object and static variable name. No, you should not call that. You should call with the class name. I'll give the important points, don't worry. And then again, see, line number 54, gone. Again, change it. Current account dot bank name. See how beautiful the code is looking without any warning messages. Correct?
Yes.
So see how the people will come to know that you are a fake candidate or something like that by seeing the code itself. Within 1 minute, they'll catch. Because see here, you have declared the bank name as a static variable. So you should not, you can access the static variable with object, but the best way is to access the static variable with the class name instead of object name. Okay. I'm going to give you the important points after some time. Don't worry. Now you understood when to use static variable, how to static variable, why to static variable, where to static variable.
Yes, sir.
Right. But this is static variable. How actually internally it is happening. Okay. Draw with me. Okay. So MS Paint. How many objects I have created for current account class?
3 objects.
3 objects. Right. So, right. I'm just giving some dummy number. Okay. Something. Draw parallelly with me. Okay. Right. So HYDERABAD, Hyderabad branch, Hyderabad city, and some balance. This is account 1. Account 1 object. Similarly, I have another object. Another object. So I'm just giving some dummy value. Okay. So something, I don't know, Pune branch, something like that. Okay. Pune branch, Pune city, and some balance. This is account 2. Account 2. Now, the third object. Ajit. Some dummy value. Ajit. So where are you from? Mumbai. Mumbai branch, BRANCH branch, Mumbai city, and some balance 80,000. So this is account 3 object. Account 3 object. Now, this object is having their own specific values, correct? Right?
Yes.
Why? Why it is having their own specific value? Because you have declared these variables as a instance variable. So for every object, there will have specific value for each object, correct? Right?
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to static variable, only a single copy will be created like this. Only a single copy is created like this. So bank name, BANK bank underscore name. Only a single copy will be created and will be shared with all the objects of that class. So this I can call it as a static variable. Static variable. Understood internally how it is happening?
Yes.
Now, with this picture, with this diagram, you can understand what is instance variable. Every object will have its own specific value, whereas static variable, only a single object will be, only a single copy will be created and will be shared with all the objects of the class. But I have shown you, right? So the best approach to access the static variable is through class name. You can access with the object name, but the best way to access the static variable, static method is through class name. Am I clear with static variable? With
Yes,
definition, with explanation with real-time example?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Now, as a developer, you should know at least some of the important points about static variable, which I'm going to cover in my tomorrow session. See, this is a warning. Take it as a warning. This video will go on YouTube. I don't care. Take it as a warning. If I don't see you joining on time, by at least like I can give an exception of 4 to 5 minutes. This is not your marriage function or housewarming, okay, where you can come at any time and you can go at any time. Tomorrow, if I see that you are joining late, then I'll just remove that person without any hesitation. Make sure, did you see me joining late? No, right? I joined on time, correct? Right? So I expect my student to join on time as well. So tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp with the same link, join and we'll discuss the important points about static variable. Then I will prove each and every point programmatically. Then I'll go for local variable, when to use, why to use, how to use, where to use local variable with respect to real time with bank ATM machine. With bank ATM machine, I'll going to explain you local variable, how, why, where, and when to use local variable. Thank you very much. And again, I'm giving you a warning. If I don't see your feedback giving to my counselor, tomorrow I'm not going to let you in my session. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh. So let's meet tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. We'll continue with the important point about static variable, and then we will see local variable. Thank you very much. Have a great day. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll be more than happy to clear your doubts, to answer your questions. Any questions? Please go ahead.
No, sir.
No,
Everything is very clearly explained with real time.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
yes, sir.
Perfect. So let's meet tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. and we'll continue with the other variable in Java. Okay. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.